Hey, what's up everybody? Chad here and welcome back to the Amex Platinum benefit video series. Now before we get into this benefit, let's make sure we're hitting that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to do so now. Make sure you hit the notification button so you can be notified when we drop more videos. Also, definitely love the comments. I always have to say that because I really do like the interaction. I'm not just saying it just cuz. Now, the benefit that we're going to get into is the premium rental car protection, which is offered to you for being an Amex Platinum member. So now some cards offer this automatically as primary coverage. One of the notable ones being the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But Amex's is a little bit different. First and foremost, it's not free. So I just don't want you to be under that suspicion. It's not free. There's no trick to it. You're going to have to pay for it, but not in a way that you may be thinking. Also, this does require enrollment at the Amex site. I don't know why they like to do this so much, but they definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention. Now that they know that you're paying attention, here's the price. $19.95 or $24.95. Now that's the flat rate for up to $100,000 of primary coverage for damage or theft to a rental car. Now the $19.95 is for a lower tier of coverage and the $24.95 is for the full $100,000 protection. I don't understand why you wouldn't just go for the whole thing. Depending on what you're renting, well, that's just me. But these prices change for people who live in California and Florida. Now, those prices are $15.95 and $17.95 for California residents and $12.25 and $15.25 for Florida residents. Now, obviously, the higher numbers are going to be for the full $100,000 worth of primary protection, if that is your home residence as linked to your Platinum card. And here's the sweet thing about all of those prices. They are not per day. You heard me right. They are not per day. They are a flat fee for your rental. Now, when you enroll in this program, what happens is when you rent a car with your qualified card, they will automatically bill you at whatever rate that you pre-select during enrollment. That will be charged to your account and the coverage will begin. Now, the coverage can go all the way up to 42 days. You could literally have a continual rental for 42 days and then the coverage expires. You got to figure something out if you're renting a car for more than 42 days, but you now have primary collision, damage, and theft coverage for 42 days for the lofty price of $24.95 or $15.25 or $17.95. I think we can all manage that if we're paying this annual fee. So that is pretty sweet. You always want to make sure that at the rental counter, you decline their coverage because you will be covered as long as you're enrolled in this perk. Now, in addition to $100,000 of damage and theft coverage, you're actually also entitled to $100,000 of AD&D, which is accidental death and dismemberment. So heaven forbid you get into an accident, they will actually cover certain injuries if you know how that stuff works. Think Aflac. You can definitely take a look, go ahead and go research that. But AD&D, if you get hurt, I've been hurt before in previous jobs and I had AD&D coverage and I'm telling you right now, it is clutch. So that's definitely also something to think about, and that actually is in line with the $100,000 basically collision damage waiver that you're getting with this program. And now remember, one-time charge, not per day. Also, that coverage is not just based in the US. It is actually worldwide except for select countries, which I will include in the comments so I don't bore you. And then also, once you enroll, you will not be charged for this program. I have to reiterate this until you rent a car with the qualified Amex card that you're using, because it's not just available on the Platinum, it's also available on other cards, but right now we're just focusing on the Platinum. But the enrollment process is pretty easy. You search it out on Google, it'll pop right up. You hit enroll now, and when you enroll, you can choose whether you want the lower tier or the higher tier. I say choose the higher tier. And then once you do that, you read their terms and conditions and you accept it. That's it. Nothing out of your pocket until you rent. Now, if you are in a situation where other insurance is provided, let's say your job is paying for the rental and there's rental insurance already on it, you don't want to pay for your benefit, you just have to call the customer service number and actually cancel the benefit. And then you can re-enroll. If you also have a car rental, for some reason, it's going to be over 42 days, understand that it's going to expire. And also with everything, there are terms and conditions. So if you do anything obviously on purpose to the car, or if you break the rental agreement, then your coverage will not cover you. But for the most part, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, this is a pretty good benefit. Although it's not free like it is on other cards, I do believe the Capital One Venture X also provides primary rental car coverage as well. You definitely want this. I would definitely say that this is one of my favorite perks. I've actually enrolled and activated it myself. But that's about it. Not too much more there, but if you were wavering on whether to do it, if you don't have any other cars that have primary coverage, this is definitely a great way to do it. Now remember, primary coverage is where they will cover any damages, loss, or theft to the car before it goes to your personal insurance, whereas secondary, your insurance is on the hook first, then you have rate hikes and so on and so forth, and we just don't even want to deal with that. But that's about it. I want to thank you once again for coming. We are winding down the series. I got a couple of benefits I'm going to be doing in packages because, that way we can move on to other things that I want to cover as well. But until next time, I'll catch you later.